with Stevie Kim.
Hi, Richard Hoff here with the Italian Wine Podcast. We're at the mouth of the River Brenta here, just outside Chioggia, a few miles from Venice, in an area that forms part of the Po River Delta. And we're looking for the famous Granchio Blu. These are considered a native species by the Italian government. The eggs come over in the hold of cargo ships and they reproduce here in the Po Delta. So the government is keen that as many Italian fishermen as possible come here and take these fish out of the waters. They don't have a natural predator, so they're reproducing and becoming a problem for the local marine environment. We're going to try and catch a few more, then we're going to take them back to the Italian Wine Podcast studio, cook up a feast and enjoy them with a nice spot of wine. What else would you expect on the Italian Wine Podcast? So we're here this morning with Davide Zanella, the best fisherman in Veneto.
Oh, thank you, Richard.
And you've just caught something, Davide. Tell us what you've got here.
Yeah, we just caught a male adult.
How do you catch this then? You're using something particular?
We just use a normal fishing rod, attach a small piece of chicken, and we wait until we can see like the top part of the rod moving a little bit. That's mean the crab is eating. Okay, let's try to catch another one.
Now we've got, how many, Davide? About 20?
Yeah, I think now 25, so it's quite enough for
lunch.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff.
Let's see in the kitchen. What do you think? Yeah, we'll see you.
Hello. Welcome to Italian Wine Podcast. This is the On the Road edition, and we have a special breaking news kind of edition here, which is it's all about the blue crab, Granchio Blu. And I have my buddy here, Richard, from the office, because Richard went fishing, crab fishing yesterday with the video team and Davide, and they caught some blue crabs. Tell us briefly what this blue crab invasion is all about.
Basically, it's an invasion of this blue crab species from the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic in America. And they're coming over here and they're eating all our vongole and all our clams. And as we discovered yesterday, they're really aggressive as well. So they just destroy everything, eat everything in their path. The Italians are wondering how to respond to this invasion, and Italians being Italians, what they've come up with is eating them.
So you caught a few.
We caught a few.
And we have this dish, and the first dish is?
Well, this is linguine with the blue crab, tomatoes and wild garlic.
The first preparation that we make is the bisque. The bisque is a French definition for a tomato sauce based with the fish. What do? We prepare a base of oil, butter and herbs, after which we start slowly cooking the crab. Then we break it so that all the juices inside, they're gonna come out and make a sauce. Water is boiling. Now we're gonna start cooking the pasta. Very high fire. We add a little bit of our freshly cut tomatoes. We add a touch of shiso. So here we have our linguine.
All right, so listen, before we dive into this, let's pour some wines. The first wine is Prosecco.
Yeah.
70th anniversary edition from Boltomio. Second wine is Pietrarizzo Etna Bianca from Tornatore. It's a 2021 vintage. And the third wine is a little bit different. It comes from Piemonte, which is a Timorasso from La Colombera. And so let's try these first three wines first, okay? Cheers.
Cheers.
So cheers.
Gin.
Prosecco, of course, is local. With
I love
the
it.
crab.
I love it, yeah. I mean, the wine is really
nice,
fresh.
right? It's silky. There's a little sweetness to it too, right?
Yeah, I think it goes well with the fish.
Well, let's try the other wine, which is Pietrarizzo Etno Bianco I would say. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
And everything is stronger than the first wine.
Well-rounded, but the flavors for sure are much stronger.
Yeah, it overwhelms the.
I think so. Yeah.
It's nice. I love this
Yeah,
wine. It's a little bit too powerful, perhaps, for this wine. The third wine, which is Timorasso, I quite like it because it has that sweetness, a little bit of honey flavor that goes very nicely with this sweet crabby dish. You know, many Americans pair actually Chardonnay with crab dishes. So we have one special Chardonnay from Pio Cesare, Pio di Lei. Let's try that. I think I quite like this one as well.
Yeah, I do like the butteriness, but it also has quite strong flavors again. So
we have a different wine, which is the fifth wine, which is of course based on a rosé wine, and then it's a Belucchi 61 Nature Rosé. Actually, I don't think it's bad.
No, it's dry.
It contrasts with the very rich, you know, flavors from the crab. So to be quite honest, I think all of these wines are, I mean, if you gave it to me at a restaurant, I would happily drink any of this because I guess the roundness of the plate here, it's very nice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready for the next dish.
We made a second dish using the leftovers from our main preparation. Basically, we are making a salad, which is crab and mushroom based, with the help of some of the ingredients we used before. The crab is being dressed in a mayo made with ponzu, which is a soy sauce with lemon and orange. The mushrooms, as you've seen before, they've been cooked in butter and sauté in sake, given a nice color. We got a bit of tomatoes, a touch of saltiness, which you don't expect. We use this cheap caviar. To finish the salad, we prepared a rice cracker that gives you crunchiness on the softness of the rest of the ingredients.
Excellent. It's a very beautifully coordinated dish here. It's very colorful. I love it already. And we're going to be doing the same wines. Okay.
Buon appetito.
Buon appetito. Okay, I'm going for the Prosecco first.
Okay. I'll join you.
I love the Prosecco with this.
I think so, because for me this seems almost like an appetizer or a starter. So for me the Prosecco is a good choice with the unbelievable flavour from that mayonnaise and just the herbs and the freshness of it's unbelievable. The thing that Andrea said was about creating contrasting textures, so not just tastes, but also textures in the mouth. So the mushroom, the crab, the rice cracker.
Would you like to try the next wine, which was the Etna Bianco? What do you think?
Yeah.
That works too, actually.
Yeah. I think
it's not as heavy as with the pasta, the contrast.
Yeah.
Because it's super acidic, and it has a little bit of that brininess as well, which recalls the crabs.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's go with the third wine. Another bite, another wine.
For me, I just love this wine actually. For me,
it's
my favorite wine because
it's the most alcoholic. So I think you like it just because it has the most alcohol.
Maybe.
You're Scottish, okay? And then let's try another bite with Chardonnay.
What do you think? Does that work?
Yeah, especially with the mushroom and all that butter, which resemble the butter in the Chardonnay. I think with the pasta, that was really worked nicely. And lastly, let's try the Pinot again, which is of course Franciacorta.
Yeah, I think that's delicious. I love the bubbles and the crab together. It just gives a real liveliness in the mouth, but without overpowering the flavors.
What are your last words for blue crab?
Blue crab is here to stay, and the only question is, are we going to eat it or are we going to let it take over? I don't know.
Well, I mean, definitely we've done our part today, have gone fishing and have prepared the food, and we have eaten it. The only thing that we can do better is that we are actually recommending the wine pairing with your blue crab. And that's a wrap for today. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Ciao ragazzi, alla prossima.
Ciao.